All right, and it looks like we're live. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming to our live Zoom performance of The Surrender. My name's Sophia. I'm the director of this performance. So this is a new play written by Cameron Wooddy called The Surrender. It features our lovely cast here on the screen. It has Kenny Hertling playing Ryan, Jada Buehler playing Gillian, Carolynn Stouder playing Sylvia, Nathan Sullivan playing John, Maddie Woody playing Candice, and Tom Slater playing Dad. So we hope you enjoy. At the end, we will be posting a poll in the Facebook event that you can go give us feedback if you'd like. But without further ado, we're all going to turn our cameras off and get this show started. The Surrender by Cameron Wooddy. Setting, Petersburg, Virginia, 2019. Characters, Ryan, 24, a recovering alcoholic. Sylvia, 30, Ryan's sister, lesbian, construction foreman. Gillian, 23, Ryan's best friend and confidant. John, 24, a friend of Ryan's. Candice, 21, John's fiance. Dad, 60, Ryan and Sylvia's father, recovering alcoholic. Scene 1. Lights up on a studio apartment. The living space is minimal. One bed in the back, a table with 2 chairs, a couch with a coffee table in front of it, and a desk in the corner with assorted junk on it, including an unfinished wood carving of a duck. The kitchen area consists of a small countertop with a sink and a water filter, along with a few cups and glasses in different small cabinets or shelves. 2 lawn chairs are folded up behind the bed in case guests come. Ryan sits at the desk, marking the duck with a pencil. He grabs a small chisel and considers working on it before standing up and grabbing a bottle of bourbon hidden in a compartment behind his fridge. He pours himself a drink and sips before downing it all in one gulp. He starts to pour another before a knock is heard at the door. He quickly stows away his liquor, as if hiding the bottle was habitual, and pulls a mint tin from his pocket. There's a second knock.
1 second.
Ryan grabs 1 mint from the tin and closes it, and hesitates before sliding it back into his pocket.
Who is it?
It's Sylvia.
Ryan pulls the tin back out and pops another mint into his mouth.
Door's open, Sil. Come on in.
Hey there, kiddo.
Hey, sis. How's your drive?
Fine, I guess. Some guy in a Miata cut me off coming off the Petersburg exit.
Shit. Were you coming north or south?
Going south. I was just coming from the apartment.
95 is a nightmare. Can I get you something?
You sure? Yeah, that'd be good.
Do you want it in a glass or a can?
Wait. Are you hosting me?
Oh, yeah. Big time. I even called the CSX conductor to change his schedule. Should be nice and quiet now.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just not used to you hosting me or anybody, if I'm being honest.
Isn't that what I'm supposed to do?
Well, I guess your new leaf is fully turned, brother mine.
To be fair, I don't think I've gotten people drinks since college.
Ah, yes. Those sophisticated undergrad get-togethers need some real hospitality.
So, what can I get you?
Is the tap water here as bad as it is 15 minutes from here?
It's not great. I do have some water and a filter, though.
Oh, I'll take that then.
Ryan pours 2 cups of water from his filter.
So, what brings you out here? Usually you call before you swing by.
Ryan crosses to Sylvia, handing her a glass of water.
Well, actually, hey, what's that smell?
What smell?
On your breath.
Oh, probably my mints. What were you saying?
Since when did mints smell like that?
You know, I saw Gillian the other day, too. Did I tell you that?
No, I don't think so. How's she doing?
Not too well, actually.
Really? What happened?
Well, you know that guy she was engaged with, Ian?
Yeah, of course. Wait, was? What happened?
Well, Gil was working longer hours at work, so Ian wasn't seeing her as often, so they weren't having sex as often, and,
Oh, God, no
well,
way. That's fucking disgusting.
yeah, so she's staying with her mom right now.
That's awful. I hate that for her. So sorry, Ryan. I know she's a good friend of yours.
Yeah, it's been pretty tough.
Sylvia crosses to Ryan, hugs him.
Thanks, sis.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Can I see the box?
Box?
Mints.
Oh, sure.
Ryan hands the tin to Sylvia.
You doing okay? Your hands are shaking.
I'm fine, just a new med I'm on. Well, do they pass inspection?
Winter green, huh?
Yeah, I normally have peppermint. Must smell a bit different.
That must be why then. And yes, yeah. Sorry for just barging in like this. I know you're having some friends over and I didn't want to intrude.
No intrusion at all. Anyway, you were just about to tell me what brought you here.
Well, I have some news from the old homestead.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's about Dad.
I assumed. What's going on? Is he...
Nothing bad, I guess. Well, it depends on how you look at it, maybe.
What does that mean?
He's fine.
Fine?
He's in the clear. They thought that the liver failure he suffered was from cancer, and it wasn't,
Thank God.
which means that he probably just relapsed again.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
And we're sure it's from drinking?
it wasn't from cancer, Ryan. What else could it be?
Come on, Sylvia, his liver is already weak from before. Maybe he just had one too many Tylenol. Being old hurts.
I'm just saying that, knowing his record.
You can't just assume that he's fallen off. He's been sober for years.
And when has that stopped him before? He's relapsed before and reformed, but when has he ever changed?
You have to give him a chance, Syl.
Remember the pack of American spirits he was constantly carrying with him the day after he finally came clean?
Vaguely, but he never went back to drinking.
How can we know that?
Sylvia, I don't understand why you're so worked up about this. Our dad just found out he doesn't have cancer. That's a good thing.
He's a barely functioning alcoholic whose body can't take the same punishment anymore. For his age, it's really impressive that he's even alive. Shit, he should have died like a decade ago.
Let me get this straight. You come here unexpected, say my apartment smells like shit, then say my dad should have just keeled over like a good alcoholic? What is your problem today?
You're right. I'm sorry. It's just, it's Dad, so it's complicated.
I understand. I've been meaning to call him one of these days.
Why?
It's been a while, you know? I thought maybe we'd have some more stuff in common now that I've lived in the world a bit. Sports teams, horror stories about job interviews.
Your breath smells.
Is that what this is about?
Hey, this is really good filtered water, Ryan.
Thanks. I filtered it myself.
Ryan takes a sip of his water, then crosses back to his duck.
Dad is an awful human being. He's loud, insensitive, vaguely misogynistic, and he couldn't deprive himself of anything that he wanted. Sometimes I wonder if you remember the shit he'd say to us, to Mom. He's dangerous.
Ryan grabs his pencil and starts to make new marks.
You're right, as always.
I just want you to be careful around him. And I don't despise him. I love him too, as much as I don't want to. What's that in your hand?
Oh, it's a new hobby that I've taken up. Wooden duck.
Really? Can I see? This is really beautiful. Where'd you find it?
I made it.
Oh, oh, that's impressive.
Thanks. I'm still working on the head.
Looks nice. You should be proud.
I am.
Not just about the duck.
I know.
Hey, do you remember Dad's old duck collection?
I do. Yeah.
I remember a couple years after you were born, I Dad got out of rehab for the first time.
He went to rehab before?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He'd quit a couple of times before his big relapse. Anyways, ducks were the thing he was obsessed with at the time. He would look them up in this ancient book that Grandpa left him, and he would try to find as many as possible in the ponds by our house. Then, from memory, he'd try to make the ducks as realistic as possible. Even though he could look at pictures or from the second floor window or something like that, he wanted to test his memory. He'd say, "A clear mind is a sober mind."
He really said that?
Yeah, he did. Or maybe it was the other way around. I don't know. He sucked at first, but after a while, he got a lot better. And at one point, our mantle was covered with like 6 or 7 ducks. And Mom just came in with this frown on her face and was like, "Mike, is this where my cherry tree went?"
Oh, Sylvia, I'm sorry. I just don't know how to feel about all this. I should want to hate him too, but it's not him. It's the alcohol.
I think after a while, Ryan, you become the alcohol.
I think you're right. You can stay if you'd like for the party.
It's your party. Besides, I'm aged out. A 30-something can't go to a party for 20-somethings. It's weird.
Fair point. Want to do something more intentional next week?
Yeah, if you'd like. Have a good night.
You too.
Scene 2. Ryan checks his watch. He crosses to his desk and sits, putting his attention back to the duck. He picks up a chisel, then stops, looking at the duck for a moment. The light dims, and a spot comes up onto him, looking intently at a sculpture. Ryan's dad enters, holding his own duck. It's nearly finished. A spotlight comes up onto him as well. He's imagined, a combination of both memory and altered perception. Dad is talking to Ryan's mom, but we don't hear her.
"Hey, Jane, you know where my chisel is? Because I want my chisel. Do you know where it is or not?" "I don't know why you'd fucking know where it is. I just thought I'd ask, you know?" "What? Fuck it. Don't worry about it." "No, Jay, I just won't work on the duck right now. It's fine. Just stop talking, okay? Stop. Stop it!" "How are the kids today?" "Sylvia's here? Isn't she normally at, what's her face? You know who I'm talking about. She's normally at her house, yeah? And how's little baby Ryan, huh? I saw him walking and talking like an old pro today. Time really flies, huh? I think I'll talk to Sylvia for a bit after dinner then. It's been a while." "What? Why not?" "I was just trying to have a conversation with her." "I scared her? What?" "I haven't been louder. That's not true, Jay. I'm not yelling. Am I not allowed to be upset? Just wanted my fucking chisel, and now you're telling me that my own daughter won't speak to me because I'm some arrogant shithead that's too loud. That's what you just said. You just fucking said that. Fuck me, I'm going upstairs. I'm talking to my goddamn daughter, Jay."
Scene 3. Lights up on the rest of the apartment. Ryan watches this unfold before setting down the duck. He grabs a napkin from the coffee table and covers the duck. There's a beat before someone new knocks on the door. Ryan pops in another mint, then gathers himself before he crosses to the door and opens to Candice, John, and Gillian, entering holding gift bags.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
so good to see you.
Hey guys, come on in.
Wow, Ryan, this is a nice little place you have here.
Candice and John take Gillian's bags and start to place everything on the kitchen table. Ryan's table decor and setup is quickly rearranged by Candice and John. Ryan and Gillian notice it, but don't say anything.
Yeah, the rent is pretty cheap too. The landlord used to work for my boss years and years ago. And the spot just vacated, so I thought I'd swoop in.
Just goes to show what good connections can help you with.
Craigslist and research. Can't beat them.
Plus, the neighborhood seems a lot cheaper than that last place you were staying.
Candice elbows him.
What'd I say?
It's a great first place, Ryan. When John and I first got into an apartment after graduation, it was a shoebox. Plus, there were roaches, and the landlord was so sleazy. He asked me for nudes in the first month.
Oh, yeah. I almost punched that fucker in the face when I heard.
Oh, honey. No, you didn't.
Anyway, this is pretty par for the course. In a good way.
I mean, this isn't really a first place. I did live with Sylvia for a while.
Well, yeah. I think what Candice means is that this is the first place you have to yourself as an independent man, you know?
Still, what's in those fancy bags of yours? They have that weird paper stuff packed in. So it has to be some kind of a big deal.
I was hoping
Right.
you'd
So
ask.
we have. Do you want to go ahead, John?
No, you can say it.
Are you sure?
Maybe I can say what mine is.
So anyway, Ryan, in these bags we have a coffee maker, a nice toaster, a kettle, since we know how much you like making tea in the morning the old-fashioned way,
And since we are celebrating a special occasion, we brought some drinks.
Oh, you didn't have to do that. I have Coke and stuff like that already.
But this is a really special occasion, and we didn't want you to feel out of place.
Out of place?
We know you've been moved in for a month or so, but this isn't just about your new place.
It's not?
That's right. We know you've been sober for, what is it, 6 months now?
That's right.
That is right.
So we got some special non-alcoholic alternatives to some of your old favorites. We got a 6-pack, the Surreal Brewing Company's 17-mile porter.
A non-alcoholic beer. Apparently it tastes the exact same, but without
Without all of the insanity.
Exactly. And we also got some stouts, lagers, and Candice, did you bring the Candice and I found the coolest thing when we were browsing the non-alcoholic section. Apparently they have non-alcoholic wine as well.
What? How does that even work?
Apparently they take a normal wine and they do some process that takes all the alcohol out of it.
Is it any good?
Honestly, we got no idea, but we got you a nice Chardonnay and a Cabernet.
What? Wow. I'm speechless. Really.
Of course, we're really proud of you.
Yes, we are. So, should we get this party started? I'm sure Pizza Hut is still open this late.
Actually, before we get started, I also brought you a gift.
Gillian reaches into her purse and pulls out a small box for Ryan. Ryan opens it and sees an ornate watch.
Oh my God, Gil.
Do you like it?
I love it. It looks just like my dad's old watch.
I know. I thought I'd try to find out if Citizen still sold that type of watch. I ended up finding a refurbished one at a secondhand jeweler right off 64.
Gillian, I know what you're dealing with right now. This must have been so expensive.
Oh, don't worry about that. My mom helped me a little bit for it, so.
You took a loan from your mom? For me?
Of course. You've been so supportive, and I don't know, it felt like the right thing to do.
I don't know what to say to you guys.
You don't have to say anything, man. Now, how about we get started, huh? We can watch Netflix, play Cards Against Humanity, try some of those old drinking games we used to play, whatever you want.
Cards Against Humanity sounds fun.
I am going to crush everyone in this room.
Ryan sits down on the couch and starts to put his new watch on. Gillian crosses to him.
I sometimes forget how scary those two are together.
Yeah, I know. They sound like my parents.
Are you doing all right?
Of course. Why wouldn't I be?
You have that look you get sometimes.
What look?
Your Jon Snow look.
I have a Jon Snow look. I thought you had to be attractive to have one of those.
Oh my God, shut up.
The table is now cleared. Candice and John take seats across from each other before opening up their first drinks. John pulls a beer from one of the bags.
You guys coming or what?
Can we talk later?
Yeah, of course.
John, what is that?
What is what?
Is that a beer?
Well, yeah. What's wrong?
How dense do you have to be?
It's fine, Candice.
No, it's not. We came here to celebrate your sobriety, and this jackass brings a beer. It makes it seem like some casual
I'm
thing.
not sober. He is.
Oh my God.
What? You know what? I'll throw it out. Waste my money.
It's really is fine. I promise. I'm not an eggshell. I can take someone drinking.
Well, I can't.
Come on, Candice. He said it was fine. Candice, what are you doing?
How much of this bag is beer that you brought to drink for the party?
Oh, come on. We don't have to do this right here.
Give it to me.
No, it's a craft beer, and I think I can have one if the host says it's fine.
Candice, it's
Then
really.
I'm going home.
What the fuck?
You know what? How about you two go ahead and take care of that, and Gillian and I will set up the cards in the meantime.
John hands Candice his beer bag and they start to exit. John chugs his beer when Candice isn't looking.
Wow, that was really something.
I need a second.
Is there anything I can do?
Just give me a second to collect my thoughts.
Do you want me to step outside?
Just for a second.
Ryan sits down and looks at the duck. Ryan crosses over to the bottle behind the fridge and starts to dump it down the drain of the sink. Gillian re-enters, but Ryan doesn't notice.
Me shit!
What are you doing?
Ryan drops the bottle in the sink.
I told you I needed a second.
I heard you shout and I thought you were hurt.
No, you can't be in here right now.
Look, I know that John and Candice can be a lot, but we're all your friends still.
You don't understand.
Help me understand.
Just give me a second. 1 second. We can talk soon.
No, I'm not going to let you sabotage your own party.
Please, I don't need help. I need to be left alone.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
What do you mean, don't worry about it?
Just stop, Gil. Stop talking, please.
Don't tell me to stop. Tell me what's happening.
I had some leftover whiskey, and I wanted to pour it out because
How long have you been drinking?
I haven't been.
Don't you fucking lie to me.
Why would I lie to you, Gil?
Let me smell your breath. Right now.
I'm trying a new mint flavor. It tastes kind of weird, but
For fuck's sake. Has it been days, weeks, months? Have you been sober at all for the last 6 months?
I just listen, Gillian.
I can't believe you. I trusted you.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to betray your
After all I've been through, I trusted you, and you fucking lied to my face. That's despicable. I
love you.
You have to tell them tonight.
I can't do it tonight. Come on, of all nights.
It's not a choice. You do it, or I will.
Hey, Ryan. I'm really sorry about that. I wasn't trying to be insensitive. Everything okay up here? Shit, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring the mood down like this.
It's fine. I mean, you're fine, John. It has nothing to do with you.
Oh. All right. What's going on, man?
Lights dim on the rest of the apartment. 2 spotlights come up. Ryan and Dad both step into the light. Dad enters with a bottle.
I told you I'd stop, didn't I? Then I haven't. Maybe I'm just tired. I don't know. No, don't come in. There's a lot of wood chips on the ground. I have to sweep them up first, and that'll take a while. Just come back later. I can't talk right now.
Dad takes a drink. Sounds of Jane opening the door. Dad runs over and closes the door.
I said wait, damn it. Just wait. Do you need something? Give me a second. I'll be right over.
Dad finishes his beer, smells his shirt, then rubs some sawdust on it. He grabs a mint from his pocket and pops it into his mouth. He hides the bottle somewhere, then exits quickly. The lights shift back to the apartment.
Who wants to play Cards Against Humanity, huh?
Hell yes.
Sounds good to me.
Ryan.
Not tonight. Get ready to be dethroned, Candice.
No chance.
All
Stop.
cross to the card table. Gillian starts to cross, then stops.
I need to say something.
Lights out on the entire stage, except for one spotlight. Dad re-enters with a piece of paper in his hand.
Sit down for a second, Jane. I need to get something off my chest. It's important. I know I've been in my own world, and I haven't been working on the ducks anymore. I lost my taste for it. I'm sure you already know this, but I haven't been sober. I have stashes all around the house, and I called the rehab center in town, and I'm checking myself in. I have a list here of all the places that I hide my liquor, and I need you to clean them out. I can't have Ryan or Sylvia get into this. Can you do that for me, please? I love you. This will take time. I promise.
Scene 4. Back to Ryan's apartment. Ryan takes small sips from a coffee mug. He lifts up one of his sofa cushions and pulls out an unopened bottle of Jack Daniels. He opens it and pours a shot into the mug. He finishes the rest of the mug before putting the bottle back into his hiding spot and covering it with the cushion. Ryan pulls out his phone and dials. Straight to voicemail.
Hey, Gil, it's me again. I just want to talk and apologize for last night. I know you're off work today, so I guess if you wanted to grab a coffee or something, I'm not really doing anything. Call me back, okay? Bye.
Ryan grabs his phone and dials again. Someone picks up.
Hey, Sylvia, can we talk for a bit? Maybe meet up? Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, I'll see you then. Yep, bye.
Ryan looks down at his new watch, then exits. Scene 5. A coffee shop later that morning. Ryan sits across from Sylvia with his face in his hands. Both of them have mugs of coffee. It's clear that Ryan has had multiple.
So basically, I'm fucked.
All right, just calm down. After the card game, what happened?
Gillian told them everything.
Well, you did lie to us, kiddo. I'm still pretty upset.
I know, but there's gotta be
Wait, that
something.
watch is new. Is it one of Dad's?
Oh, no. Gillian gave it to me as her gift.
No way. You're kidding.
Yeah,
Is that before or after she found out?
before.
Shit. Yeah, pal, you're pretty fucked.
Come on, Sylvia. Don't you have any words of encouragement, advice, something?
You already know how I feel about this, the whole situation.
I do.
You tried to lecture me about Dad and his sobriety while you were trying to mask whiskey with your breath mints. I knew it too. It's shitty, Ryan.
So what? You answered my phone call just to lecture me in public?
I need you to understand that not only am I allowed to be upset with you, I would be 100% within my rights to not help you at all. You lied to me, just like you lied to all your friends.
Fine. Then don't help me. I'll see you later.
Oh, stop. I'll help you, but there will be some conditions.
Fuck it. I'll bite. What conditions?
Well, we need to get all of your alcohol out of there, first shot. No going and grabbing some so you can drink a bit on the side.
Wow.
Is that not fair? Well,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's fair. Thanks.
I have changed your diapers, so I was dealing with your shit before you could form a conscious thought. So, what's the plan right now?
I don't know.
Are you going to quit?
I guess I'll have to try again, won't I?
You can't say shit like that. After this, you can't try. You have to do it, even if you decide to drop from their lives forever. I mean, do you understand?
Yeah.
So where are you going to start?
Maybe try not drinking for the rest of the day?
Wait, the rest of the day?
I may have had some Jack before I came.
Sylvia looks around the cafe, then smacks Ryan upside the head.
Hey, shut up. Okay, here's what's going to happen. First, you're going to trash all of the alcohol you have hidden away. Then you're going to call all of your friends and tell them to meet up and talk. After you cross those bridges, I'm going to take you to an AA meeting, and then we can go from there. Maybe call therapists or something.
Hold on, Sylvia. I don't think I can do all of that.
That's why I'll be there with you. It'll make things easier, I think.
Don't you think this is all a little extreme?
No.
Sylvia gets up and puts some cash on the table.
Now, come on, let's get to work.
Scene 6. Ryan sits alone at a cafe table. Another memory, but this one is more recent. He's holding his watch in his hand. The sounds of the coffee shop fade away as he addresses an imagined Gillian sitting across from him.
This, it's my dad's. Yeah, it doesn't really work, but I hold on to it. Sentimental value and all that. My dad is a complicated guy. He never hit us or anything. Well, not in any way that left marks, or at least not big marks. I mean, who doesn't have that? Marks like that are good to hold on to. Sentimental value and all that. I don't know, I guess I always assumed that the dad's job was to yell and kind of be like a drill sergeant for the rest of the house, if that makes sense. At this point, I think I'm still wrestling the fact that it isn't that way. Anyway, Gillian, what are your plans for the rest of the night? Mind if I tag along?
Lights up on Ryan's apartment.
All right, how many should I be looking for?
Sylvia, this is too much. Are you really going to search the whole apartment for bottles?
Were you going to do it yourself?
Well, yeah.
Look, this doesn't have to be hard.
Do you realize how expensive liquor is? I don't want to waste all that money.
Well, then you shouldn't have spent it on alcohol.
Sylvia finds the bottle of Jack under the couch cushion and puts it on the table.
That's the only one in the couch.
Sylvia reaches deeper into the couch and finds a quarter handle of vodka.
Is that right?
New Year's.
Was there only one bottle behind your fridge?
Yes.
Sylvia reaches behind the fridge and grabs a beer bottle.
Come the fuck on, Ryan.
I didn't even remember that was there.
You realize how bad this is.
I didn't even drink that much. I have one shot to go to sleep most nights.
You've been drinking every night?
Not every night.
How many more bottles do you have?
That's it.
Stop lying.
I'm not lying. I only have those.
Sylvia crosses to Ryan's desk.
Let's see what's in here then.
Stop.
Oh, look, it's another mini bottle.
Please, Sylvia, stop going through my shit.
Did you steal that?
No, I didn't steal the mini bottle.
Where did you get it?
I bought it.
What?
I fucking bought the bottle, so what?
Sylvia picks up the duck.
No, stop it now. I'm serious, Sylvia.
Is something in here?
Are you fucking insane? Why would I put something in the duck?
Sylvia starts to shake the duck. Ryan tries to pull the duck away from Sylvia, and they both drop it. A chunk of the duck breaks off.
Oh shit, Ryan, I am so sorry.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You can't just say shit without asking.
I'm sorry, I did get a little over the top with it, but you need to do this.
Get out,
Please.
Sophia. No.
This is important.
Ryan throws the mini bottle at the door, and it shatters.
I'll tell you one thing, kiddo, you get it honest.
Another memory, this time with Dad and Ryan. Ryan is a child now, picking up the pieces of his dad's broken duck.
Ryan, come on. You know you're not supposed to be in here. What's that behind your back? What did you do? Did you break my duck? Look at me while I'm talking to you. Did you break it? Didn't I tell you not to mess around in here? Huh? Look at me. Didn't I say that? Show it to me. Look what you did. What is wrong with you? Do you think I just make these rules up for no reason? And you're covered in sawdust. Son of a... Give me the duck.
Dad pulls the duck from Ryan's hands.
Is it going to be okay?
No, it's fucking... Just get out of here, okay? And stay out. I said get out!
The scene shifts back to the apartment. Ryan sits on the floor. He starts to pick up the shards of glass and a napkin and puts them all on his counter. He puts the broken duck back on the desk, then pulls out 2 more mini bottles hidden, taped under the desk. Ryan sits on the couch and looks at the large collection of bottles on the table. The lights shift one more time into one of Ryan's recent memories.
My father said something to me once when I mentioned that I had started drinking. He said that he and I were one and the same, in that we live hand in hand with madness. That madness is our own worst enemy, and it's all-encompassing. It makes our own memories and our minds lie to us, because it knows as soon as we acknowledge how crazy we really are, we'll try to make ourselves better. So when we take hold of something that feels good and helps us forget about our own madness, we let it consume us until there's nothing left. For him, it was alcohol, and he got so consumed by it, that madness and alcohol seemed to be synonymous. It wasn't until he surrendered to the urge to drink that he got better. He fully admitted that alcohol made him powerless, and that he was powerless to his urge to drink it, that he was able to quit. So that's what I have to do. Thank you for caring so much, for having this intervention for me. I can't tell you how much this means to me.
Lights shift again, back to Ryan's apartment. Ryan crosses over to a cabinet that holds some of John's non-alcoholic beers and wines. He drinks a few sips, but it doesn't take. Ryan starts to mill around the room, every so often picking up his phone, trying to reach John or Candice, but nobody answers. Ryan picks up his phone one more time.
Hey, Dad, it's Ryan. I know it's been a while. I don't even know if you even recognize this number. Anyway, give me a call back when you get a chance. I love you.
Ryan hangs up. His feelings of isolation start to become unbearable. The apartment light starts to continuously shift. Memories and present day start to blur and move in and out of focus. Silhouettes appear around him. Ryan grabs a bottle as unintelligible voices permeate the space, and he drinks. The lights start to shift back to normal, but it doesn't last. After his first drink, the voices come back and the lights start to become harsher and more hostile.
Look at what you did.
Why didn't you just tell us?
We could have helped you.
Ryan drinks more from his vodka bottle. Normalcy again, and then the lights become incredibly harsh. The voices overlap and become more insistent. As the lines are spoken, Ryan continues to drink, but it stops working, and it only makes the voices louder and more hostile. Silhouettes enter as lines are spoken.
I said get out!
Can't believe you.
Stop lying.
I'm not sober. He is.
Without all of the insanity.
How dense do you have to be?
Dad enters. The lights black out except for two spotlights, one on Dad and another on Ryan.
Look at what you did. What is wrong with you?
How can we expect you to be honest with us if you can't even be honest with yourself?
Ryan screams and runs out of the apartment. All the voices are gone, but the stage is almost completely blacked out.
Where am I? Where? I don't know where I am.
A silhouette appears behind Ryan.
Is someone there? I can't.
Ryan pulls out his phone and tries to dial, then drops it. He mimes vomiting, then stumbles trying to walk. More silhouetted figures appear, and Ryan tries to pick up the pace.
Shit, is someone following me?
Ryan leans down to pick up his phone, but falls. It's a hard fall. He tries to pick himself up, but he can't. He rolls onto his side. The lights start to shift. The voices of Sylvia and Dad enter in and out of the space as Ryan starts to get up. The voices sound far away and echo against the walls.
Hey, Ryan, how was school, buddy?
Sylvia?
That's good. Did you learn a lot? I'm sure you did.
You're not here, are you?
What's that?
Not really.
You have a picture?
I'm all alone.
Want to show it to Dad?
Dad?
Hey, he's just in the other room with Mom. I'm gonna go upstairs and read, okay?
Sylvia, please don't go. I don't want to be alone, please.
Hey, Ryan, is that for me?
Ryan mimes holding a picture.
This? Oh, yeah. Do you want to see it?
Of course. What did my talented son make at school today then?
Do you like it?
Oh, I like it. I love it. Is this?
It's a Triceratops. Remember how we learned about dinosaurs last week? Everyone wanted to draw a T-Rex, but I like the Triceratops because of their spiky heads. I think they're funny.
I think so too, pal. Want to put that on the fridge for me?
Yeah, Dad, sure. Dad? Where am I going?
You're going to be safe soon, son.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. It's almost over.
Ryan lays back down on the floor where he was before and closes his eyes. Lights fade out. Scene 7. Early next morning. Dad sits in a chair next to Ryan's hospital bed with a cup of coffee in his hand. His jacket is draped across the back of it. There's a small table next to Dad's chair. Another chair is placed next to Dad's. Ryan is asleep, and Dad looks like he only just arrived. Gillian enters with the doctor and is surprised to see Dad there. Is he back asleep?
Yes, for now.
He had a stomach pumped when he came in last night. He's probably exhausted.
Will he be okay?
Oh, yeah. He's going to be dry for a couple of days, so he's going to need a lot of electrolytes and water. Beyond that, he should be fine. Of course, it goes without saying that he should stay away from alcohol for a little while as well.
I'll make sure that he stays off of it.
Well, I'll have a nurse come in to bring him some lunch soon. Maybe a couple of ibuprofen in case he gets a headache.
Thank you.
So, are you one of Ryan's friends?
Something like that? Yeah.
I'm sure he really appreciates you being here. I'm his dad.
I kind of figured.
You can call me Mike, though.
Mike. I'll remember that.
And I don't think I ever caught your name.
Gillian. You can call me Gil, though.
Gillian. That's a beautiful name.
Thanks. My dad was a huge fan of Gilligan's Island, and I ended up being a girl, so Gillian was close enough.
And that's funny. Gilligan's Island. I haven't talked about that show in a while.
You know, I've heard a lot of stories about you.
Is that right?
Yep,
What kinds of stories?
plenty.
Like what?
Like the one about the broken duck,
Oh, God, those things, huh?
and something about a ski trip.
Seriously? They still talk about that?
At least Ryan does.
Wow. That's amazing to me. Did he ever tell you that story?
No, he didn't.
Well, do you want me to tell you?
Sure.
Well, should we wait in case Ryan wakes up?
He's been out for a while, so
Gotcha. I think we're safe then. Sylvia had just gotten into high school, and Ryan just got into second grade, I think it was. Anyway, Sylvia was obsessed with snowboarding. Now, my wife and I didn't know the first thing about snowboarding, but if you know anything about Sylvia, it's that if she wants something, she gets it. So we go out to this place, Massanutten. Have you been up there?
no, I don't think so. My family didn't really ski much.
Oh, you should definitely go up there if you get the chance. It's about 30 minutes away from Harrisonburg, if you know where that is. It is a gorgeous ski resort, and that's where Jane and I's honeymoon was. So it was a place we knew fairly well. Anyway, we get this nice big hotel room. It overlooks the valley below, and it's just breathtaking. Sylvia's getting all excited now, and she was asleep the whole ride there. She couldn't care less about us when we're riding in the car, and she immediately starts asking about snowboards.
Sylvia enters quietly. Dad doesn't notice.
But Ryan is a Southern boy, 100%. He hates the cold. Snow isn't really his thing. So Jane, my wife, and I had to basically pick straws to see who got stuck inside. The first day, I got to go outside with Sylvia while Jane stayed with Ryan. Sylvia had an absolute blast. But when we went to bed that night, I felt really sick. I think it was food poisoning or something. So I ended up staying with Ryan the next day. Then that day, Jane and Sylvia were out too long and almost got hypothermia. They had to stay inside all day. And so on the last day, all of us are horribly sick, and Ryan is just running around with all this energy like a lightning in a bottle.
Dad looks up and sees Sylvia.
On the way back home, everyone was asleep except for Sylvia and I. We listened to, what was it?
Prairie Home Companion.
That's right. There was a CD called Pretty Good Jokes that we both had memorized. It was really something.
How long has Ryan been asleep?
Not too long. He's sleeping pretty heavy though, huh?
He's been having a tough go of it, Mike, for a while.
He'll be up soon. Do we know the situation with him, Dad?
The doctor said he just needs some rest today. He'll be able to go back home soon after that.
I'm gonna go call John and Candice and see if they're on the way. Let me know if you need anything.
Hey there, Sil. It's been a while.
Dad and Sylvia stare at each other blankly before Sylvia sits back down in her chair. Dad joins her, reaching to hold her hand. She moves it away.
Thank you for calling me.
Don't make me regret it.
I won't.
Please. I don't think I could handle it if you did.
I understand.
Really hope so.
Sylvia, if you want to talk about anything, I can do that.
I don't want to.
Sweetheart, please.
Not now. Not in front of Ryan.
Dad gets out of his chair and crosses to Ryan. He touches Ryan's hand, then holds it. Dad looks over to Sylvia.
Was it drinking then?
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Ryan starts to wake up. Sylvia joins Dad.
Ryan! Hey, kiddo. You've been asleep for a while, yeah?
Dad?
Hey there, son. How you feeling?
Sleepy.
You can go back to sleep then. We'll be right here. Right, Dad?
Right, of course we will.
Okay. Dad, thanks for coming.
Of course. Now get some rest.
Ryan closes his eyes and starts to fall back asleep.
When do you leave?
I was going to stay as long as I was needed, I guess.
Let's talk.
I was thinking I was going to stay by Ryan, if that's all right.
I wasn't asking. It won't be long. We'll be back before he wakes up.
Dad looks down at Ryan and kisses his hand, then follows Sylvia out of the room. Gillian re-enters with 2 coffees. There's a knock on the door, and Gillian answers. John and Candice enter in their professional outfits. They both hug Gillian.
Hey, Gil.
I thought y'all weren't going to be able to get here until after work.
The boss heard that Ryan was in the hospital and he just gave us the day off. He's a sweet man.
Yeah. How's he holding up?
He had to get his stomach pumped.
Shit.
Oh, Christ.
And his dad is here.
Oh,
Shit.
Christ.
Is Sylvia here too?
Yep, they just went downstairs to talk, I think.
That must be one hell of a conversation.
Yeah,
So, what's the situation?
alcohol poisoning. What?
It's funny. All of it. You think you know a guy, and then
John, we have to be fair to him. I mean, he's been through a lot, especially with his dad.
fuck that. I'm not his therapist. I'm his best friend.
John, calm down. You're in a hospital. We don't want to cause a scene.
I hear you. I didn't want to come today.
John,
I think I'm going outside for a bit. Take a walk. You coming, Gil?
No, I think I'll stay for a bit longer and then I'll pass the baton to you two.
Okay. I'll be back, honey.
God, I'm sorry, Gillian. I know so much has been going on in your life. The last thing you needed was this.
Yeah, I shouldn't have been with him anyway. Ryan always said he'd suck the soul out of me.
It's hard with long relationships. After a while, you get used to so much shit that you've been putting up with for so long that, well, you can't tell right from wrong anymore.
Are you and John still okay though?
Oh, yeah. We're okay. Can I ask you something?
Shoot.
You and Ryan?
I don't know. We've always been in between things. When it's not one of his projects, it's just so hard to get him to choose something.
Including, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try and find John. I won't be gone a minute.
Sure. How much did you hear?
All of it?
Well, not much else to say, is there?
How are you?
I'm tired.
I can imagine.
No, you can't. The coffee's hot. Be careful.
Dad enters while Ryan stares at the ceiling.
Hey, pal. How you holding up?
I'm all right, I guess, considering
Yeah, stupid question, huh? Where are your friends?
they're gone.
Are they coming back?
I don't know.
Well, it's nice that they came in to see you. It shows that they really care about you. Who's that nice girl I met earlier?
Gillian,
That's right. She mentioned that with Gilligan's Island, and I almost forgot.
Dad, do I have a problem?
I heard from the doctor that your stomach is cleared and you'll be getting some water and Gatorade too.
Dad,
Yeah.
you're not answering my question.
Which question?
I know you heard me. Do I?
How much have I told you about my father?
Not much.
Well, he left when I was really young, probably younger than y'all were when your mom. Anyway, he had a problem with a bottle too. He was a naval officer, and he was one of the rare few that worked his way up from a grunt to some kind of big shot. I don't know much about how that line of work was for him, but it meant that he was a cold man, at least for his kids. Maybe that's why he drank and he resented us. Maybe it was because he drank and he loved us. Either way, I got what he had. I didn't realize what I was doing wasn't good for me or others until I didn't think there was anything I could do about it. I was angry. And then I got scared of my anger, which made me angrier. So I drank. I can't help but think that I used to think my dad was so angry, but he was just scared. He was afraid he'd lose everything he loved right up until he did. Anger was how he dealt with it. He pushed his fear onto us, and I became what I feared.
I don't know what to do, Dad. I think I fucked up too much to fix this.
Dad reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small book.
Take this.
What's this?
It's the big book.
Seems small for a big book.
Well, it's from your old buddies at AA.
Fuck's sake, Dad.
What now?
This shit, seriously?
I need you to understand where you're at right now.
No, you need to understand. You left and did all of this stupid AA bullshit, and
it helped me.
you were gone. Why would I want to turn into that?
I made sure I was there for you as much as I could have been.
That was a pretty shitty attempt, I'd say.
I reckon you're right. If I could do it again, I promise you I would, but I'm not perfect. I know my emotions got the better of me pretty often, but I'm doing better now.
Good for you.
I'm trying my best.
It's not enough.
I know that. Tell me what would make this better, please.
I don't know.
Ryan, I'm so sorry for how I treated you and your sister when you were kids. I took out the problems I had in my marriage and my personal life on you, and I'm so sorry. I love you, and you deserve better.
Fuck me, Dad.
I know I wasn't there, but I'm here now. I want to help you through this, but you have to let me in.
Just stop. I can't do this right now.
Do you want me to leave?
Yes.
Okay, I love you, son.
Dad,
Yes,
are you staying?
of course,
How long?
until you're healthy.
Okay. Thank you for coming.
I'm here now.
Dad leaves. Ryan notices the book left on the table next to him. He picks it up and starts to read. Scene 8. Back to Ryan's apartment, months later. His apartment is tidied up, now with 3 painted and polished ducks sitting on his desk. The big book sits next to his bed, now with several tabs inserted. Sylvia enters while Ryan is off stage, humming or singing a recognizable pop song.
Hey, Ryan.
Shit, Sylvia, is that you?
Yep.
Wait, did you just walk into my apartment?
Yep.
Ryan enters with half of his face covered in shaving cream. He's dressed up for a special occasion.
I really should lock that door. Also, hi, how are you?
I'm good. Are you sure you even have to shave?
Well, yeah, I want to look nice for the... Oh, shut up.
I'm just saying that's a lot of foam for 3 straight hairs.
You're an asshole.
I'm the older sibling. It's synonymous. So when are the rest coming?
Not too long from now.
You're cutting it a little close, aren't you?
I know, but I didn't shave last night, and I felt weird without shaving, even it's basically just ceremonial. Was that another shaving joke?
What?
The whole you're cutting it a little?
Was it a good one?
Not really. It's kind of low-hanging fruit.
And no.
Great. How do I look?
Like a Mormon.
Shit. A handsome one?
Yeah,
Shit.
I'm just messing with you, kiddo. You look handsome. Do you know what you're gonna say?
Yes.
So you did write something?
Yes, it's memorized, though.
Can I read it?
Yeah, it's on the desk by the ducks.
Okay, got it. Is one of these for me?
Yes.
Do I get to know which one?
The cinnamon teal.
I don't know which one that is.
I know. It's supposed to be a surprise.
Okay. Okay, wait. Is this
None of those are cinnamon teal.
Oh,
So, what do you think?
okay, wait, is this the note?
Yeah, that's the one.
Thank you, everyone, for, okay, I'll read to myself.
Thank you. Jesus, sis.
Ryan finishes up his outfit. Sylvia puts the note down.
So,
I like it.
seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Thanks.
There's a knock on the door.
Coming. Shit. How do I look? Still morning?
A bit.
God.
You look fine. Get the door.
Ryan crosses and opens the door, revealing Gillian.
Hey, Jill. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Yeah. Come on in. Grab a seat. I just realized that I left some of my gifts in the other room.
Gifts.
Oh, yeah. Gifts and ducks. It's a whole spread.
I didn't even see the ducks. Wow, they are gorgeous, aren't they?
Yeah. Apparently mine is a cinnamon teal or something.
None of those are cinnamon teal.
Oh, yeah, I know that. I guess cinnamon teal-ish. Maybe looks a bit teal in parts.
Right.
Been a while, huh? Since, well, I guess since the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah, it has.
3 months.
And a bit of change.
How you been?
I've been fine, actually. I got some plants, started a book I probably won't finish for about a year. You know, basic stuff.
Nice.
I know, riveting stuff. I'm not even sure why I came here. It's not that I feel bad or anxious or anything like that. It's a lot to take in, don't you think?
Another knock at the door. Ryan rushes across the apartment, setting gift bags and boxes on the table. He opens the door, revealing John and Candice.
Hey, you.
Hey, man.
Come on in. Thanks for coming.
Of course.
Hey, Ryan, mind if me and Candice grab a drink?
Let me grab it for you. What can I get you?
Do you have any Diet Coke?
I sure do. How about you, John?
Oh, right. Do you have any Coke, not diet?
Yeah, I can get you some. Gillian, Sylvia?
I'm good.
I'll have a water, I think.
Ryan grabs the drinks from the fridge and passes them out.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, kiddo.
All right. Well, thank you all for coming. So glad you all could make it. Before I start, is there anything else I can get you all? Okay. Well, again, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. I know it's probably not easy to come back here after everything that happened a few months ago. For everyone that's keeping score, it's been about 9 months since you all had an intervention from me in this room. You gave me some tough ultimatums, and don't think the consequences of my actions are lost on me. I'm sorry for lying to you all and for not reaching out when I needed to. I had dozens of other solutions that weren't drinking, but I went back anyway.
As Ryan continues, the lights dim and Dad enters, backlit and silhouetted.
I'm going to do things my way this time. One day at a time. No AA, no weaning off kind of shit. I went to a pretty dark place, and I will do whatever I need to do to stay out of that path. Thank you for holding me accountable and for not being kind to my addiction. It saved my life. I'm ready to move on.
End of play. All right, if we could bring all the actors back on screen. Going back out here. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Give a little virtual round of applause for our performers. They did an amazing job. And if you go look on our Facebook event page, I will post a link to a form where you can give us some feedback and let us know your thoughts about the performance. But thank you all so much for joining us.